and I'm gonna upload it on my English with Johnny YouTube channel
Yeah, one second to make my
to make your hair.
yeah.
Well, I mean, it was recording this whole time.
Yeah, but now it's a public one.
Oh, no, public. Well, let's see. I'm also gonna record it locally, just in case. Content creation. I feel like the future involves a lot of content creation because it helps, I think it helps entrepreneurs expand their reach. But first I need to find it. Boom. All right. Should we get started?
Yeah, sure.
Just a heads up, I didn't have my coffee this morning. I ran out of coffee, so I might be a little sluggish.
Okay, it's Friday.
Yeah, okay.
Reading. Different people like to consume information in different ways. If you are creating amazing content that's going to help lots of people, then you should be shouting it from the rooftops. So don't be afraid of promoting your content.
Nice. Good. Terms.
Shooting from the roof.
Hold on, try that again.
Shooting from the rooftops.
Yeah.
To share some news, to share some news or information publicly and with as many people as possible. Consume, eat, drink, ingest, or use up, contribute, give something in order to help achieve or provide something.
Achieve or provide.
Achieve or provide. Components.
I think I lost you for a second. Are you back? Okay, I think you're back. Okay, we're back.
Yeah, I think you need to switch your Wi-Fi or something.
Yeah, the internet here sometimes has these problems. So you were reading components. Can you just read that last part one more time?
Components, a part or element of a large whole, especially a part of a machine or vehicle.
Good. All right. Moving along to some questions.
Who is your favorite content creator? I think it's one guy on YouTube who has a channel like with the name Laravel Daily, and he posts a lot of daily videos with tips and tricks from Laravel. Laravel, it's a framework in my, it's for my work.
Yeah.
And this is a favorite channel or a favorite content creator, and who has the bound with my work. But I also have some personal video creator, and one is the guy from the what is the name of project, Recorder in Romania, who posted a lot of documentary and the documentary videos.
Yeah, I think I've seen one of them, or
Yeah, yeah.
some of one of them, because
Some,
they're very long.
yes, yes.
Okay, how long has that guy been your favorite content creator? The one with the software tips?
For 1 year or something like this.
Oh, that's a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes people have different favorite content creators that changes over time. I mean, especially if you're super interested in one topic, maybe you'll come across a content creator that's super knowledgeable on that topic, but maybe you lose interest on that topic, you know?
Yeah, maybe.
Let's go ahead and talk about the second question there.
Why do you consume their content? First, for the first one, I consume it because it's in my interest and I can increase my skills. And for the second one, I consume it because it's interesting and I want to know more about how the government steal from our money.
Yeah, but come on. You think they actually, the knowledge that they have is somehow better than what you have? Like, why are they
Yeah,
qualified
yes.
to talk about it?
Yes, in the first, the guy with the Laravel Daily, it's like a freelancer with 20 years experience and had a lot of projects and working a lot in this domain and with this framework, and it's also a contributor for this framework.
Yeah,
For the second, the guys from Recorders are investing a lot of time and a lot of money to make the research, to make the investigation, and these guys are non-political. It's not like mm, not that kind of investigation who has the interest to promote some political guys.
well, I think every investigation or in this case with Recorder, it's like a mini documentary.
Yeah,
Even those, like just the way that it's filmed and the scenes that they choose, everything can affect like the kind of message that they're sending. That's just
yeah,
how
but
film and video work.
yeah, I think.
I used to study a lot of film and video when I was in high school. I was super interested in that stuff, and something I remember learning is that you can like easily impact the like the underlying story or the underlying message of the video just with your editing skills or with the images that you put on the screen. It's like a
Mhm.
subliminal thing. All right, let's do this reading.
Content creation is the contribution of information to any media and most especially to digital media. Typical forms of content creation include maintaining and updating websites, blogging, article writing, photography, videography, online commentary, the maintenance of a social media accounts, and editing distribution of a digital media.
Good. Any questions so far?
Now,
All right, fill in the blanks.
find out what question problems your audience has and answer them in an informative, easy to consume way. Understand uh, your target audience well and invest time in research. Once you know what kind of question your audience has, then it's just a case of developing a system that works for you.
All right, reading.
Mm, regardless, regardless, uh,
Regardless.
regardless whether you decide to create online video courses, conduct live lesson,
Organize.
organize a webinar or operate a blog. Content is essential. You should focus on it and pay significant attention to it. As it is said, content is king. It is content that drive people, grab their interest and help them make decision.
Yeah, very good. And you know what? The interesting thing with content is that you kind of choose, well, for the most part, what kind of content you want to consume, depending how you consume it. Because maybe if you use TikTok, it's not really up to you.
Mm, Yeah, I don't use TikTok because I think in TikTok I don't find some relevant information with I want to spend my time. It's just funny
Yeah,
stuff.
well, that's the problem with TikTok. But I think YouTube Shorts is similar in that way. But that's why like traditional YouTube can be better because people
Oh,
search for stuff much more.
yeah,
All right, let's do these terms.
position, position. Put or arrange someone or something in a particular place or way. Sporadic, occurring at in irregular intervals or online only in a few places. Scattered or isolated. Coherent, logical and consistent. Prominent, important, famous. Following a body of supporters or admirers.
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 Good. Okay. Questions.
What type of content did you like to create? I don't like to create content.
I'm sure you've made
On,
something in the past.
only content I created, it's my code and my applications. It's I don't like to writing. I don't like to make some vlogging or stuff like this. Yeah, I was photographer before, but I quit because I don't have enough time to
Quit.
quit. Yeah, because I don't have enough time to travel. Not to travel, but I tired to not I'm not tired, but when I traveling before I don't driving and I have free time and free hands to make photos. But now when I'm driving and I need to focus my attention on the road, I don't have focus on photographer and I quit this hobby.
Yeah, I mean, something I noticed with photography is that if you want interesting pictures, you also have to have like an interesting life.
Yeah, but
And
my life is boring right now. I'm just a programmer who stayed 8 hours at the computer.
yeah, that's kind of like the problem I had. I was working like an office job, and I was like, well, how am I supposed to take interesting pictures if if I'm in the office all day? Hold on,
Yeah.
I need to quit. And then I quit. But after that, I realized that there are a lot of other problems or obstacles you need to overcome to become like a proper paid photographer.
Depends. You can buy some nice instruments like a big objective and a small camera, and after this you can make a presentation websites with photo from other photographers, and after this you can go to the weddings and stuff like this and make some money,
I mean,
some good money.
it depends on how you like to work as a photographer, because weddings can be not like someone's thing. Maybe people prefer taking certain types of photography clients. But like even though you might have a great online presence and stuff like that, you still have to like network with people and negotiate and sell your services. So I realized like as a photographer, if you want to make money, you also have to be a salesperson, and you also have to be like you have to network, so you have to constantly create connections.
A photographer, it's like the freelancing before the freelancing was started.
Well, it's just one of them. Yeah, it's one of
Yeah.
them for sure. But there's many ways of doing freelance, especially I think in the creative world.
Yeah.
Um, let's go ahead and talk about the second question here.
What value does your content bring to the viewer? Like I said, I don't have content and I don't like to create content.
Maybe we can talk about like just photography in general. In that case, maybe if you pick it up again, what kind of value do you
Uh,
think it would bring to a viewer?
um, I like it, and I also right now like to make portrait photography, and I think the value was I don't know for the person. If you see the photos, it's like wow, yeah. It's, I think the value I bring to the viewer, it's the a new profile Facebook photo or something like this.
Oh my God, but I haven't changed mine in years now. Oh my God, I should change it.
Yeah, I have a one default like my I have a friend who make me an graphical profile, and I put this profile in all my accounts because it's easy.
Yeah, yeah, but it kind of makes it a little, there's a disconnect, when you're trying to interact with other people. It's just like part of being human. We prefer to see the human face.
Yeah, but for me it's easy because I don't need to change my photo.
Yeah, 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 that's true. All right, let's go ahead and move on to some reading.
One of the key components of content creation is being able to understand your target audience. Understand the problems that they have and the question that they are asking. From there, you can set about creating content that's going to start to build a relationship with your visitors. By giving people helpful information, you have positioned yourself as an expert.
Nice. Good job.
Who creates the content that you consume? I think the creator of my content in the first place, it's a professional because the guy with the working stuff, the framework, the Laravel with the channel Laravel Daily, it's like a guy who actually work and who actually has a lot of experience. And in the second place, the guys from the recorder are like people with also many years of experience and investigation journalism and stuff like this.
Yeah.
I don't like to consume, and I very easily can see if that guy who make a video know the topic, or it's about or he talk or he talk about the topic, because I don't like to spend my time with some guys who pretends they are expert in some domain and they are not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see what you mean. That's the thing though. It's like a trap because it's hard to really to know if they're qualified to talk about some stuff or not. I mean, some of these people, it's obvious that they're qualified, but somehow you have to also trust them because most people probably don't do the actual research to see if these people are qualified. But like that software developer, maybe he puts like code online for other people to see. So that's probably proof.
Mhm.
But these people, are they like full-time content creators or do they have day jobs?
The guy from the Laravel Daily, it's a freelancer, and he also have a small firm with some employers. but yeah, it's like a hobby. It's not a full job, but the guy from the recorder, it's a full job.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of crazy because a lot of content creation takes a long time, and some of these videos, I watch them and I just like it blows my mind. Like, where do people find the time?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and talk about the second question there.
In what ways your content impacting the world? Um, like I said, I don't create content,
Well,
but
you can talk about like the code that you write or even the pictures
yeah,
that you
yeah.
use to post.
But the code I writing, especially right now after I changed my job and now I'm a CTO at Code for Romania, I think the code, the content I created and I creating daily, it's impacting the most people in Romania who had the internet. And like we in our project called for Romania, we digitalize Romania and we have a lot of civic code
Written.
written, okay, and we do a lot of stuff for the community.
Okay. So it's like a nonprofit coding.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting. And so it's like a nonprofit. You're making software tools in a nonprofit way. I don't think I've ever heard of something like that actually.
It's the name is Civic Tech, and it's principle, like let's say this. The first rule is in Civic Tech, all code we making it's open source, and that people can access and can view this code on GitHub and can contribute for to this code.
Yeah.
And the second, it's like we made this code for the country, to say it like this. It's we want to digitalize and to help people to understand easily how to, I don't know, how to go to vote, where there are needs to going to voting, where what are the documents you needed, or when we had this crisis with Ukraine, we built an application for refugee, and we give them a place to put the request for the houses that are coming from Ukraine, and they need a place to stay, and they can go in on our platforms and put a request or stuff like this.
Okay. That's interesting. I mean, especially for that period of time, it was probably super impactful
Yeah.
when people found like a place to stay and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and move on to some reading.
At its heart, content creation is
Art,
about, at its heart, content creation is about answering questions, solving problems, and
entertaining.
entertaining. Okay. Content creation is about more than just putting out sporadic random pieces of content. It's about forming a coherent plan to continually publish high quality pieces relevant to your audience, in particular your perfect customer.
Great. Let me take a look at how much we have. Oh, we have a lot. Okay.
Mhm. As the workflow like for the type of content that you created. Uh, okay, if we talk about my code, the workflow, it's very easy. Easily we define the problem and what the problem we need to solve. After this, okay, we research for the problem and what problem we need to solve. We research for the solution and define the solution. And after this, we make the implementation. And Okay, for in code 4, I'm like in my position, I'm not coding, like I don't write code, but I organize people and make tasks and advise people and stuff like this.
Mhm. Makes sense. What about for like taking pictures and photography? What was the workflow for that like?
It was something like I get my camera in hand, and after this I go in some places with good light and make some photos, and after this I editing the photo in, I think Lightroom was the program, and after this I put this photo on my Facebook page.
Hmm. Yeah. I remember back in the day when photography was um still required like a dark room to process. When I was in high school, we had one of those dark rooms in my photography class, and it was so cool to develop photos.
Mm,
It was really fun. But yeah, times have changed.
yeah.
All right, let's talk about the second question.
Why do you create content? Hmm. For photography, I just created as a hobby because I don't have another things to do, and
I
I
didn't
think
have other things.
I didn't have other things to do, and was Michael. I take this example with photography from my brother, and yeah,
Hmm.
I trying to make a hobby, but it's not. It's take a lot of time, and I don't have this time right now.
Yeah, I mean, it depends how you do it, really. Um, because it doesn't have to take a lot of time. I mean, if you want to get good at it really quickly, then you should commit a lot of time. But most of us probably don't have that kind of time
Matching
matching.
components. Part of elements of a large whole, especially a part of machine or vehicle.
Good.
Position, put or arrange someone or something in a particular place or way. Shooting from the rooftops.
Hold on, try that one more time.
Shooting,
Shouting.
shouting. Okay,
Yeah.
it's like shooting, but
No,
or not.
it's not like shooting because shooting would be spelled with two O's.
Okay,
The oo
okay,
sound. The sound that we're making here is the ow, like shouting.
okay. Shouting from the rooftops. To share some news or information publicly and with as many people as possible.
Yep.
Consume, eat, drink, ingest, or use up. Contribute, uh, give something in order to help achieve or provide something.
Achieve.
Achieve or provide something. Sporadic, occurring at irregular intervals or only in a few places, scattered or isolated.
Nice. Good job. Questions.
How did you get into content creation? Mm,
Well, you said you initially did it as a hobby and you were encouraged to do it. I'm referring to photography by, you said your brother?
no, I started as a hobby because of my brother, because my brother had a camera and I took it from him many times.
Mm-hmm.
And after this, I buy my own camera.
Mm-hmm. So it just started by having access to his camera.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Mm,
was he mad when when you
no,
used his
no,
camera?
no, no. And I I changed the lentils. He was mad because I don't have attention, and I two times I almost broke the thing from the lentils, and I don't know the
The
word.
lens cap from the lens.
Yeah, yeah, I think.
Yep. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about the second question here.
How collaborative is your content creation? Okay, if we talk about my code, my open source code, I think it's very collaborative because a lot of people from a lot of countries, from a lot of places can contribute and can improve my code, or
Yeah.
can just debugging or put new bugs. But for my photography, I think the only collaboration I had or I have when I make the photography, it's like the people who are there, the people who are in the photos.
Yeah, the subjects.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the people who are in the photos are called the subjects. Did
Mhm.
you have photo shoots and
Yeah.
models and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, that's pretty collaborative, and it's different than coding together because you're like face to face with people.
And when you are coding, you can be face to face. If you go to the coworker space,
Okay, yeah, maybe with someone on your team, true, but you know, you said you can collaborate with anyone anywhere in the world and da da
yeah,
da. And the type of collaboration is different because maybe you do go to the co-working space and you're both working on that same project, but you're just also on the computer next to each other. Like it's not you don't have to be in a co-working space, you know? All right, let's move on to some terms.
tweak, twist, or pull something sharply. Novelty, the quality of being new, original, or unusual.
Good.
Collaborate, work jointly on an activity or project. Elicit, evoke or draw out a reaction, answer, or effect from someone. Nurture, care for and protect someone or something.
Nice.
Okay.
Questions.
How who have content
How have?
creators? How have content creators influence your life? Um, yeah, I think motivates me to improve my life and to improve my skills, and also to increase my lifestyle.
Increase or maybe improve?
Improve, yeah. It's I also have some people on YouTube like who are very rich people, to say it like this, and I it's not there are not creators, not YouTubers or stuff like this, but they are appearing in different podcasting, and it's like I have some lesson to learn from their podcasting, and I just wanted to improve it my life and stuff like this. One of the influencer, like say like this, it's Christy, who had the program with the freelancing, and he also that kind of video who posted with the Libertad in IT and people from their program are motivating me to change my rates, to change my jobs and stuff like this.
Hmm. Is that a good or a bad thing?
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Hmm. Some people don't like that. So I think what usually happens is someone, if they disagree with that stuff, like doesn't watch their videos and then they don't get suggested and then they just forget about it.
Yeah, But some people are not agree with this because they are have a mindset blocking to improve their lives, I think.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, that's probably the biggest obstacle for people to make the transition. I mean, the mindset change and then the sense of discomfort that you'll experience when that change happens. Because after that changes, your environment will start to reflect the changes that happen internally.
Yeah.
Internally change, and then, yeah. Let's go ahead and talk about the second question here.
What have you done to support your favorite content creators? Uh, I push the like button and the notification button, and I make the share when it's needed. But I also donate to these contributors, and for Laravel Daily, I he had the courses on Teachable, and I buy this course,
But
bought this course,
nice.
and yeah.
Some people also have Patreons to
Yeah, yeah,
support their
I know.
content and stuff like that.
We at Code for Many also have Patreon. You can donate.
Hmm, interesting.
Filling the blanks. Make use of all the different formats that are available and don't be shy to promote yourself when you have done great work. When you start to see some success and you're take picking customers,
Mm,
no,
try a different one.
you're converting customers and showing up in the rankings that then it's just a case of repeating the process and take tweaking it for maximum results.
Nice. Good job. Let's go ahead and move on to some questions.
What sort of following do you have? My followers from the Instagram, it's like just some person, some friends. But I have a lot of follows followers to say like this on LinkedIn who wants to recruit me. Um, and on my Facebook, it's like my family, my mother, and stuff like this. I don't have some people who are directly interesting in what I'm doing,
Interested.
interested.
Yeah. I mean, it probably depends on what you give them, like what you show them and that sort of stuff. Which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
which is related to this next question here. So let's talk about that.
How does content creation help nurture trust with your online audience? I think the most important thing I have in my online audience and that give trust to the people, it's my position and my reviews. But before my reviews, it's my position in Code for Romania,
Mhm.
and it's like the people in the Code for Many, we build that brand that we are trust in our works, and we make Romanian better. And this brand helped me, if because I'm associate with this brand, helped me to have I don't know, a word to say it in some technical stuff or
Yeah.
things like this.
But I mean, imagine for maybe it probably depends what kind of audience you want to nurture, but let's look at your LinkedIn. Maybe if you were to post like work related stuff, would that help nurture trust with those recruiters?
Yeah, but those recruiters are not looking necessarily what I'm posting. They are looking at to say it like this. They are looking at my reviews from other people's.
Okay, so maybe that wouldn't be the best route. Maybe a good route for content creation would be making something for your other audiences, you know, like your friends and family. And it doesn't have to be
Mm,
complicated.
yeah.
Like, for example, something I do is just post on my stories, which gets posted on Instagram and Facebook. And it's literally just like pretty pictures. That's my only criteria. Pretty
Okay.
pictures. And I think it's a good way of like building trust with people who spend time on Instagram, because I think that's what Instagram should be known for. Just, you know, pretty pictures. That's what it was made for.
Yeah, but I don't like to spend time on Instagram.
Yeah, I think spending time on social media is not good, but sometimes I just, you
Yeah,
know,
I know, I know.
no, but I don't spend lots of time on that. I really don't.
Yeah. Mm, tweak. Matching. Uh, twist or pull something sharply.
Mm, yeah.
Novelty. The quality of being new, original, or unusual. Collaborate. Work jointly on an activity or project. Elicit, evoke, or draw out a reaction, answer, or fact from someone. Coherent, logic, and consistent.
Logical.
Logical and consistent.
Good. Questions.
How do you maintain a sense of novelty in your content creation process? I don't know.
It's tough. Are you thinking about coding?
Yeah, I think I don't have bugs in my code and I resolve some problems.
Maybe for coding, you can start making code like coding in a new language. That would introduce a lot of novelty.
What?
Coding in a new language?
In if you mean in a programming language?
Yeah, coding using a
Yeah.
new language.
No, no, because I'm very volatile to say it like this, and I don't stack in one language. Yeah, my main language is PHP, but I also coding in Python, in Java, in Bash, and
Mhm.
I have a lot of velocity in this area. But first, when you say to coding the new language, I have a it's what we will be novelty, but we will bring bad yeah, bad will affect my image because I thinking when you said in the new language, I think to, I don't know, to coding, to write code in other language than English.
Oh, no, I was referring to the code, like the language of the
The
code, not the
but
yeah.
we will be a novelty because yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Maybe it'd be easier to introduce novelty in something else like photography.
Yeah, to make nude photography.
I had the friend who did boudoir photography, which is that fancy way of
Yeah,
saying nude but not nude.
yeah, yeah, I know.
And I wanted to work with him to see if he needed like an assistant or something.
But your wife was agree with this?
No, this was before I was married. This was
Ah,
years ago.
okay, okay.
Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about the second question here.
If you could collaborate with anyone, who would you collaborate with? Why? I think I will in my coding staff. I will collaborate with this guy from Laravel Daily because he's a professional, and I one of my desires is to appear in her videos.
Why?
Because it's an interesting guy, and uh, uh, I have a lot of things to teach, to learn from this guy. And I also if I appearing in this video, I will increase my sphere of influence, and I will be more trustable by other people.
Yeah, well, it depends how you appear, because if you appear for 5 seconds, it's probably not going to make an impact.
Yeah, I know. It's like no, I think I will write to this guy to make, I don't know, some code review together or some stuff.
Hmm. You should try it. I mean, maybe you can try to find a way to collaborate and make something together. It's tough though, because it has to work for both people.
Yeah.
Questions.
What sort of emotional reaction does your content elicit? What kind of reaction can the code? Yeah, I
Maybe photography can elicit more emotional reaction.
yes. I think the part with the photographer with more emotional, but I don't know. Yeah, I can write some. I don't know, can be some emotional like hates, or
I mean,
depends what you photograph, what are you making photography. But certainly if you make photo shooting in the war area, you will have some, I don't know, sad emotional.
definitely. I saw a photo the other day of someone taking a picture of a couple standing in front of a broken tank in Ukraine. I was like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
A broken tank, yeah. All right. How about the second question here?
That's what value does content creation bring to your life? The content creation of coding and of softing bring to my life a lot of money.
Okay.
Not a lot of money, but money, enough money, and more money than most of employers in Romania. The creating of photos bring to my life some nice people and some free tickets to some events.
I think
Yeah,
the nice people is really nice, because after a while it can be hard to find like and attract good people into your life.
yeah. But sadly, most of that nice people was married.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Anyway, let's talk about these last two questions.
What influential people become prominent
Prominent.
prominent due to their content creation? What influential people become prominent due to their content creation?
So I think I've recommended this podcast to you before, but have you heard of Joe Rogan?
I think no.
Okay. Well, Joe Rogan is a podcaster and a
Okay,
comedian, and I really recommend listening to his podcasts. But he became super popular because of his podcast.
okay, yeah.
So can you
And
can you think of anyone that also became popular because of their content?
yeah, I think in our country, Romania, we have a monkeys to say like this, like the name is Dorian Popa.
Okay.
and he have a lot of daily, and okay, the content, it's just the content, and he makes the daily vlog just for the audience, and he is very popular for this, and he is very popular in I think in the childhood area, in the child kids and stuff like this. But I don't really appreciate that kind of content.
Yeah, so he became popular, but maybe if he changes his niche, his content, he can use it in a certain, I don't know, maybe he already uses his niche in some way.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's go ahead and talk about this very last question.
How does content creation help you develop and grow as a person? Content creation. I think when you are creating and you need to create the content, you need to learn to learn a lot of stuff, to testing a lot of stuff, and in the coding area or in the photographer area you need to test in the photographer you need to test the light, the lens, the ISO, and other stuff like this, and you need to take a lot of shooting to understand the encadration of a subject or something like this, and you just when you have a hobby or you need to create something, first you need to learn about that kind of, I don't know if that kind of content. Yeah.
Yeah, so it sounds like a lot of learning, and like it forces people to do a lot of learning,
Mm.
which I think is great because I think having that mindset of always learning is super useful. Cool, so that's pretty much it for today's lesson. What did you think
Mm.
about today's topic?
It was nice, was interesting, and I realized my coding, it's also content, and I can make some vlogging with this.
Yeah, you can, but I mean,
But it's a lot of peoples and a lot of Indians on YouTube who make so already
yeah, but you're
tutorial with.
different. You're different because you're not Indian. So just the fact that you're not Indian and you're in a different city is enough of a reason for some people to watch you.
Yeah, and I improve on my skills on English. I can start with.
Yeah, for sure.